Welcome to the Growing Your Business podcast. This is the show that dives into the big question, what's in it for me, for both the business and its customers? On each episode, we sit down with a business owner or leader to uncover their why, their values, and the stories that drive them to grow their business. So today on the Growing Your Business podcast, I'm joined by my friend Uche Ajalla of NerdsToGo McKinney. Uche, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing today, buddy?
Great. Glad to have you in here. Let's talk about what you do at NerdsToGo McKinney.
Yeah, at NerdsToGo McKinney, we are your one-stop shop for all your IT needs. We manage IT for small businesses, and we also do on-demand IT services for residential customers, whether it's computer repair, laptop repair, virus removal, Wi-Fi extensions. We do it all.
So your average customer is small businesses and residential? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, our average customer base is usually small, medium-sized businesses with between 5 to 50 employees, and then residential customers that live in the North Dallas area that are needing us to just make visits out to their homes or just updating stuff from their homes related to their computers or Wi-Fi.
What would you say is your average problem today that you're solving?
Our average problem
I know
today,
you probably have a list of top 10, but let's start with the first one and work our way down the list.
The biggest problem now that we're seeing is people losing their data and data backups. That's a lot of things we're seeing, not only with businesses, but also with individuals. At least weekly, we get 4 to 5 cases where it's either a business calling us to say, hey, like we lost our data, either they're not properly backing up, they're getting hacked, and they're calling us to see what other options to get their data back that they need for their business so they're not down very long. And also with residential customers, we get a lot where someone may be like, hey, I had a drive that had my family photos on, or I had a voicemail from my grandma. I hadn't checked it in years and now it's not working. Could you guys help with getting that data back?
And how do you help? What's the process?
We help we have several tools inside our workshop. We have a live workshop where our technicians work there. We don't ship it off anywhere like some other places do. And we have level 1, level 3, and then level 4. Level 1 is our in-store process of we connect it to our computers and try to do everything we can to check to make sure the drive is healthy, that the data's on. Then if we were able to fully recover it, we're able to pull it onto another drive, either that we supply to the customers or they bring to us. When we get to level 3, we have to go through more advanced methods to recover the data, especially if the drive is damaged. Level 4 will end up having to ship out to a third party that we use in order to recover the data, which sometimes I guess a little bit pricier, but they only charge you if they're able to recover all the data that you're looking for.
Wow. So it's becoming a more and more common problem. I guess, what would you say is the number one cause? I mean, I would say viruses, but you mentioned damaged hardware as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, people have a drive and they drop it, or it's been stored, it's old, and, they never transferred that data over. But a lot of times we'll have people that fall to phishing campaigns or social engineer and just click one bad link and then they're hacked and then they can't get access to their data anymore. So then that causes a little panic, especially with small businesses that I've had several times where it's an accountant or a realtor group where they're like, oh my gosh, I lost all of my contacts and the contracts I was working on. What can I do to get it back? Sometimes if they do things like OneDrive, we can get most of it back, but they typically recommend that you do at least 3 backups, like one locally, one in the cloud, and one as a server. So that way, you can never have too many backups. Right. That way you won't be down too long.
It's the same concept if you had a fire. You wouldn't want all your eggs in one basket, I guess, from a data standpoint. It's better to serve your customers if they have some type of a relationship with you.
Yeah.
So imagine you offer some type of monthly or service plans. Let's talk about those types of offerings.
Yeah, we at NerdsToGo McKinney, we offer 2 service plans. We offer an essentials plan and a premium plan for small medium-sized businesses where we manage their IT. We'll do anything from their Microsoft email accounts. We'll set that up and be admins for it. So if someone gets locked out and they can't remember their password, we're easily able to reset it, helping with onboarding and offboarding employees. We also provide endpoint security, so that way all their devices are protected from viruses and malware attacks. We also make sure that we do cloud backup. So we'll either put it on their server if they still use one, or we'll put it on all their individual devices. So that way it's never oh my gosh, I'm not sure if I saved that or I'm not sure if I resynced it to OneDrive. They call us and say, hey, I need this data from at this point yesterday, and we're able to recover it for them. And that's an issue that they run into.
So they can basically subscribe to your services. I mean,
Yes.
let's talk about the approximate pricing there. What would a typical business look to spend, if that's even possible to share?
I could give a broad range of it. We
Yeah.
typically do anywhere on our essentials package what they're needing from. It's $45 to $65 per end user
Gotcha.
based on we kind of let them play with it a little bit on those packages, exactly what they need. So that way they could determine if they don't want email security on there, where we keep them from social engineering or getting phishing. They could choose that, or if they just are like, hey, I just want you guys to do patch management and to do endpoint security, we'll set them up there.
So really where it starts, I imagine, is just an initial phone call to walk through how many people they have on their computers and their network and whatnot. So those are questions, and they need to ask themselves.
Yeah.
But you can help walk them through that. So talk to me about that initial phone call. Let's say I'm John Q Business, and I maybe have 10 people working for me, a couple remote and whatnot. Talk to me about the questions you would ask to help get them what they need.
I typically try to go with a counselor approach, where I ask them what their pain points are or what's going on that they're needing our services. So I'll let them see like how many users they have. Is it just connectivity issues? Are you just worried about downtime that's keeping your operations from running? Or I also ask them, how hands off do you want to be? Because if you're doing something like IT and you're not great at it and you're just slowing yourself down trying to fix the issues, you're not being proficient in your business. So why not come to someone like us and we do it for you, where you don't even have to think about it. You just call us and say, hey, could you help us with this? And we do things proactively. We make sure that we're managing your devices to where if we see, let's say, Susie Q just clicking on some bad sites or clicking on email she shouldn't be, we could alert you and say, hey, what's going on here? Someone keeps on going to this bad site. If you're not careful, you could end up letting in a Trojan horse or something like that there. So,
and you do education for people that like, what in the world is a Trojan horse, right? And how much damage can it do to my business? Right?
Yeah.
And that's part of that call, is educating them on, what's part of the counseling, if you will, when you talk to them, is part of that.
Yeah, we try to be teachers, especially so they understand what all our services is and what the value is with it. Because I think IT a lot of times can be intimidating to people. If they feel they don't know any part about it, if you get too into weeds, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is. So we try to just make sure they understand it as well as they can, so they know what not to do. And we even try to give them steps to make sure it's like, check ABC to troubleshoot, and if you're still having issues, call us. So then that way, they're not feeling helpless to where, oh my gosh, this isn't working again, I need to call NerdsToGo ASAP. At least we're setting them up to where, check this first. If it's not, then we'll be able to help you out.
Basically, don't panic.
Yeah.
But do call us.
Yeah, we definitely say do not panic, because I've seen a lot of business owners where they definitely panic when they can't get access to their data, or their point of sale system is down and they can't take money. That's definitely not a good feeling to have.
Yeah, they definitely need to just have your number ready.
Yeah.
What's the favorite part of your job? Like what are the things you like to do for your customers?
A lot of it's just interacting with the customers, and especially whether it's a business owner or a residential customer, just getting to hear what they're needing out of their services with IT, whether it's a new computer that they're getting for themselves, or let's say their parent, where they're like, they've been needing a new device for years, and like, I want them to be able to use everything effectively. And it's been cool also to help some small businesses out that they're starting out too, and you get to see the process of them setting up and growing from 5 to 12 users and getting to understand a little bit more about their business. So you're like, oh, that's cool, that I didn't even know that that's something, for instance, like an insurance group might be doing, or what they would need with their IT needs.
Stay with us. The Growing Your Business podcast will return right after this. Ready to amplify your brand's voice? At Blue Mike Studios, we transform your ideas into captivating podcasts and videos. Whether you're launching your own show or guest starring on ours, we've got you covered. From recording and editing to social media promotion. With state-of-the-art 4K video and crystal clear audio, your content will shine. We offer guest packages on our podcasts and offer segments from the show for you to share. Or Let us help you build your own branded podcast with custom strategy, branding, and full production support. Visit BlueMikeStudios.com today and let your voice be heard. Please check our show notes for sponsorship links and additional details. Now, back to the Growing Your Business podcast with Buddy Broyles. Talk to me about the path that got you here.
The path that got me here. That's what everyone always asks me. They're like, did you have a background in IT? And initially, no. I had a background in finance and accounting.
Yeah. Which to some of us sounds like it might as well be IT.
Yeah, to some people it might as well be
it's
IT.
moving little digital bits all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Numbers and so on.
And along my career path of starting in accounting and then going to corporate finance, I did several ERP implementations and also several business intelligence tool applications like Microsoft Power BI, Tableau. I also did a Workday ERP implementation and several Microsoft Business Central ERP implementations. So I understood the back-end applications on the IT point of that. Then I kind of had a career pivot last year after working at a bank, and I wanted to change and I wanted to do something entrepreneurial. So I looked into different IT MSP businesses and came across NerdsToGo McKinney and felt it was a good fit. So that's what led me there. And I've been in charge now since February, and the journey continues, and we've been growing ever since.
Now, NerdsToGo is a franchise, so you bought a franchise and are running that. Tell me about why you chose that franchise specifically. I mean, it's been around a while, so I know it's an established brand.
I chose NerdsToGo McKinney mainly just from the support that I was getting. They also had the option of two different revenue streams of working with businesses and working with homes, so that way the sales cycle is a little bit longer whenever you're dealing with businesses because, they're going to want to shop around longer or projects come up or maybe they don't have to budget today. So maybe 6 months down the line they will. But, if someone's working out of their home and their computer craps out then, they're going to need immediate fix. So that's where they'll come and see us.
So now that you're running NerdsToGo McKinney, how has the past year been?
It's been pretty well. It's been better than I could have imagined. And I thank God for that. We started off a little bit slower and we were kind of going in the wrong direction to start off the beginning of this year when I took over. So I've just changed some things around operationally and also advertising and marketing wise to make sure that people know that we're still operating the same great services, even though there's a new owner in charge. But it's been going great now, and we're looking toward a strong close of 2025.
What would you say is the favorite part about what you do from a technology standpoint? I mean, obviously working with people, you have to be a business owner, you have to be a people person. People come first. But what challenges are your favorite to solve? Almost like a puzzle.
My favorite challenges are dealing with some of the applications we use for clients and what some of their struggles may be, whether it's not dealing with some of their setups for their email or dealing with their Microsoft setup. And also working with my technicians on just seeing where we may have a customer come in saying oh, it's just my battery is dead. I just need you guys to do a new one. And then we do a full diagnostic test on it and we see, no, it's not that. You have failed drivers. You have updates that you haven't done in 2 years. That's what caused your computer to crash out. So it's just every day there's something different you get to see and learn about that makes the job more fun.
Excellent. What's the best way to contact you?
The best way to contact me is either through LinkedIn or going through our NerdsToGo McKinney website and hitting our contact page. Also, my email address is uche.ajalla@nerdstogo.com. So I would say that's the best way to contact me with any questions you may have about my business or how I could help you.
Excellent. And as everybody knows or should, if you didn't have a chance to write all that down, just scroll down on every platform we publish. We'll have those notes in the show notes, so you'll be able to find those, click on them, copy and paste, and reach out to Uche and start your journey into having a better IT solution for you, your family, and of course your business. So Uche, parting thoughts for people who they don't know what they don't know.
I would say if you have questions about your computer's running slow, you're not sure about if your data is backed up correctly, I'd love to have a conversation with you and just make sure that you're using the right tools and that you're doing everything that you need, because there's a lot of things out there in IT that you can use. So at least just putting people on the right path is what I'm wanting to help out with.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in and being on Growing Your Business today.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us today on the Growing Your Business podcast. Please see the show notes for links to our sponsors our social media, and to learn more about today's guest.